Tesla update here on the 10th. So we have a few different patterns that could be playing out here, but it hit my target of between 336 and 360. So the first pattern is wave 3 ended here. We have WXY down. The only thing I don't like about this is the timing of it. This took about 14 days or 15 days. 15 days up, and now we're sitting here on 24 days down. So we're going to have to watch this and make sure it's not an impulse. It could still be an impulse here. Don't really like the way it started out, but it could be an impulse as well. If it's an impulse, I'd be looking at it like this. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That would be the end of the third wave right there. And we'd be starting a fourth wave. Let's draw a parallel line here. I already have it drawn up here. I would like to see it get to the midpoint here. I don't think there's any gaps. There's no gaps, so it's going to be one of those ones where you're kind of guessing. But I would imagine it would get to the midpoint here. So this is probably an A wave, B wave, C wave, like that. And if it does end up coming down here farther, my target would probably be somewhere like around 340 or so. We can go all the way down to 315 potentially. That's the 1.61 fib right here. Anything more than that, and that would invalidate it in my opinion. So it's looking like this is probably an impulse. Although there's a few different ways. It could also be a WXY move. So ABC, ABC right here. And then we'd be bouncing here. We'd either come up here to 400 or that was the bottom. So I'm kind of watching like everybody else to see how this plays out. If we draw a parallel line here from the very top though, and let's go like this. Probably think there's going to be another wave down. And the overall market looks like it's going to be another wave down as well. So we are in demand. We actually bounced out of demand already. And I still think this can play out for a little bit longer. Let's zoom in here a little bit. So yeah, we got an impulse up here. So this is likely to go exactly how it's drawn up here. I don't think it's going to fall right away. It could, but I think overall you're looking for a one more move down, probably to like 340-ish. And then once it gets down to 340-ish, I would say it likely bottomed. But again, 315, if it does take that route and go all the way down there, that does not invalidate the fourth wave. So yeah, Tesla, let's just say I'm wrong and it actually bottomed already and it was just WXY. Everything was ABC, ABC, ABC. Your next supply zone is here at 398 to 420. That's where I'd be looking to sell for the next move higher. And there's a few different ways it could play out. It could also be this. And then it comes down. That's also possible. That would just make this the parallel line would go like this. It'd be a little bit more straight like that, and then we could come down here to 340 after we hit 400. I would say out of all the possibilities, I'm leaning towards it being a fourth wave. It's a little bit longer than I would want. This only was 15 days, 15 days, that's 30 days. We're already sitting on 24 days down. But the overall market's pretty weak right now, and so it makes sense for this just to be 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, ABC 4, and then get a fifth wave down here. And let me just see. So we're only retraced so far to halfway between the 0.23 fib. So I would say 367 makes a lot of sense for this fourth wave. So let's just take this first wave now and just see where it would take us to. So yeah, 340. There you go. 340 is a very likely number that it hits. And then from there, I'd be looking for it to be bottomed and be ready to start that fifth wave higher. So buying puts here is it's not an amazing play, but it's probably needed if you're trying to hedge your position or sell some covered calls. So that's my thoughts on Tesla. Overall, when you zoom out here though, it looks great. So people on Twitter are telling you it doesn't look great. It looks great to me. If it doesn't break below 271, then we're still in a fourth wave. And you can see here, let's see where this bottom to. So yeah, this is saying 380. But this came all the way back though. The first day A wave was actually deeper. So it would be 326 or 330 would be equivalent to this first pullback on Tesla for the second wave. So everything looks good. Let's see how it plays out. I think that we're likely either in WXY or we're finishing a third wave, starting a fourth wave up. Should bounce to like 367, then 340, or maybe we're in a B wave. Like I said, that's possible. And we come up here to 400, and then we come down. That's possible too. I think it's probably unlikely that we bottomed here. But again, these are all ABC moves too. So we have a lot to watch here because there's like 3 different possibilities of this where it can go from here. And you got an impulse coming off the low. So that's what you want to see if you're long. There's no reason to buy puts here yet because we still got to go like this and then come up here one more time. So that's my thoughts on Tesla. We'll see how it goes. I'll update as the days go on. We'll see which pattern plays out. I'll draw them out one more time. So it's either 5 waves up to 580, or it is ABC, ABC, and then this is 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 3, 4, 5, like that. It could be a triple 3 too, which would mean it'd be an ABC pullback, one more ABC move down. So yeah, anyway, let's just see what happens. A lot of different possibilities. I would say I'm leaning towards it hasn't bottomed yet, but it's definitely possible. On the shorter time frames, we have an impulse going on here. So no reason to buy puts right now, but you might want to buy puts once we cross this parallel line. I will update here probably later in the day or tomorrow.